Man, we are getting absolutely pummeled. Okay, well, I guess let's not talk about that. What's up, Golden Frying Pan people? Welcome back to the kitchen. I hope you guys are having a good week. This is like the 5th time I've tried to start this, and it's a little bit difficult because it's been a second since I've actually done a proper Golden Frying Pan man, and I know, I'm sorry. But I'm here, I'm talking about an interesting concept. What's the concept? I don't even really know. That's why it's so interesting. It's not saying that I don't have a concept, it's me saying that I genuinely don't really know how to discuss the concept. I don't know the label of it. Basically, recently I was playing a cookie clicker-esque game. And in this game of kind of cookie clicker, we'll call it, in this game of kind of cookie clicker, I was playing it with the goal of getting like 1 billion clicks, I think, or something like that. And whenever you try to play this game, it was boring. It wasn't the first time I tried to play a game like this, and it was boring, right? It was just boring because you're trying to get 1 billion clicks and you're clicking this cookie, and it's just giving you like 1 click at a time. Now, that sounds really stupid and crazy if you don't know what these types of games tend to be. But it's a thing where obviously it starts off where you're only clicking and it only does 1 click, but then you can get passive clicks. You can get passive clicks that click as time goes on, and you can 1 click equals more clicks per click, and sometimes the passive clicks will click more often, and you know. It's just stuff like that, where you'll have more passive clicks, whatever the case, right? And it was something that for every time that I was trying to play this game, or a game like this, I'd get bored, I'd get really, really bored, up until I stopped really trying to focus on getting, like, I stopped focusing on the goal, exactly. And the goal became, more specifically, to just get as many clicks as I could per click, I guess, per second, right? Try to get an upgrade as quick as I could, as much as I could, right? Instead of the goal being something that is, I guess, a bit more tangible, of like the billion. It wasn't necessarily the goal anymore. The goal was to do something that, it was just to grow my repertoire or something like that. I don't know. To make myself more efficient, right? That was the goal. That is what I wanted to do. And as time went on, after playing this game for a little bit of time, maybe a second, maybe 2 even, eventually I got to the goal of 1 billion. But here's the thing. I got so... it was a thing that now, once I got to that goal of 1 billion, it was easy. Really, really easy for me. As a matter of fact, let's not draw their attention, actually. Okay. It was really, really easy for me. In fact, it was so easy because I was not focused on that goal. I wasn't focused on getting 1 billion. I was just focused on getting this other goal of, getting as efficient as I could, getting as many clicks per click, or whatever it is, right? That is what the goal became. And because that was the case, I got to 1 billion easily. Like, that was so... it was so divorced from what any goal I had at that point. By the end of it, I could have gotten 1 billion clicks in, like, a minute. But I wasn't doing that because I just wanted to get more, to be more efficient. I was trying to get more clicks per... Okay, they're like coordinated or something. Why? They Ubered a spy? Okay. Yeah, that's an interesting take. And it was something that I realized that, yeah, that's kind of like appropriate goal setting, It's something that, obviously we have these big grandiose goals. I'm sure you guys are very well aware of me having big grandiose goals here at Golden Frying Pan Man HQ, here in the kitchen, if you will. This kitchen is very well known for having goals. That is no stranger to goals here, right? But even this, I guess, is sort of a part of that. I was trying to do something that would be a bit more enjoyable for me, right? That would be a bit more fun. The goal wasn't necessarily to explicitly upload, or it wasn't to play Team Fortress 2 more often. That wasn't the goal. The goal was to make an upload every day or every week, right? To be constantly, what is this guy doing? To be constantly like in it, to be constantly making content. That was the goal. I thought I bumped a spy. It's just a wall. And because of that goal, I feel I haven't been the best at keeping that goal, admittedly. I will admit, I will say. But regardless, it's something that makes more sense. And I need to do that more often with many other goals, with many other things. I think it's generally better. It makes things more effective. It makes things more efficient, you know? And that's what you want. That's what you want from these goals, right? You want them to be things that you can push and will help you, but you also want to get somewhere with them, you know? Do we have another sentry? Yes! This is Barn Blitz last as it's supposed to be. This is the way God intended it. You're not supposed to have a good team composition whenever you're in this box. You're supposed to stack Engie and Heavy and Demo Man. That's all you're supposed to do. I looked away for a second and oh, yeah, he's dead. He's so dead. Okay, well, there goes my dispenser. Whatever. Just get this. We're so good. But yeah. I don't know. I feel like I need to be better at doing things like that, setting appropriate goals. I mean, I just had New Year's. We just had like a bunch of different goals be set up. Let's not provoke the Uber. Yeah, I just had a bunch of different goals. Okay, that is clearly not the space for that. I just had New Year's happen, you know? Bunch of different goals. But the goal isn't necessarily to work out. It shouldn't be like going to the gym. This is probably a better idea of it. A more apt explanation of it. Whenever you go to the gym, the goal shouldn't be to lift 1 billion pounds or whatever, or to be super jacked. Because if you wanted to be super jacked, all you'd have to do... I'll tell you the secret. All you have to do to be super jacked is get steroids, go to the back locker room, talk to the shadiest individual, and ask for the good stuff, and then he'll give you some... I don't know the name of it, but I you know what I'm talking about. He'll give you steroids, and that'll make you jacked. It's just a fact. Steroids make you jacked. They have a bunch of other problems. They don't make you healthy. That is not what happens, but they do make you buff. And similarly, if you wanted to have like this absolutely, if you wanted to be a power lifter, if you wanted to be super duper good at lifting weights, well, you don't really have to have good form. Again, you don't have to be healthy. You can just ego lift all the time. You know, people do it. People get injured, but they lift that weight. You could say you lifted 315 or 316, whatever, the 316. Yeah, you could say that you lifted the weight. You can say that you did that. And you won't be wrong. However, it's not healthy. It's not sustainable. What your goal should be whenever going to the gym, well, there's many different healthy goals that you can get whenever going to the gym. But for instance, a healthier one would just be to have good form, or to go to the gym consistently, or to be able to be healthier, right? Healthy, but the problem with these other, like, better goals is that they're generally more vague, you know? So to have fun at the gym is probably a better idea. Do what you find fun. And if what you find to be fun at the gym is to, you know, lift heavy weights, then more often than not, pushing yourself to have better form will be more difficult for you than just having, like, that initial knee jerk, like, oh, I'm super, I lifted the heavy weight. Whenever you can control it, what? Why did I do that? Whatever. Going to the gym and being able to lift something heavy is not strong. Power is not, ow. Power is not being able to do something reckless and wild. Being able to do something is not inherently strong. Being able to do it gently. Where are you at? I saw you. Go on. Where's he at? There he is. Being able to do it controllingly. And whenever you have better form, you're more likely to get a better, you know... It's, I don't know, pride just feels like a big problem whenever it comes to setting goals or doing anything that could be worthwhile, you know. No! This is the sentry. It's gonna hold the line. Okay, they're like pushing or something. They need to stop that. Okay, cool. Awesome. But yeah, I hope you guys had a good week. A little bit rambly, I know. This one took me a while to make. They had a level 3 up here? Why? Yeah. So, yeah, I hope you guys had a good week. It was fun, and I will see you guys next week.